In today's video, we're going to compare two smart vacuums from Eufy. The first one is going to be the E25 and they're going to be the C28. Both are considered to be budget friendly. They're generally around the $500 to $600 experience. The biggest thing I'll probably say overall is what you're getting here is a very similar experience, but also a very upgraded experience. The main things I'm going to be focusing for you guys where some of the differences are going to be is between suction power, edge detection, and of course, we also have to talk about obstacle avoidance. That's one of the biggest things. And last but not least, some of the functionalities built into their base stations. So without further ado, this is the E25 and this is the C28. Let's see which one is the better choice for you, and hopefully you'll figure this out with me at the end of this video. Like and subscribe and make sure you hit that bell icon so you're always notified to whenever we have new videos for you on the channel. And of course, thank you very much to Eufy for sponsoring this video, but the experiences and the opinions that I'm sharing with you guys are all after me testing out both of these systems at my home. Now, when it comes down to the unboxing experience, they're both very straightforward. They come with almost everything that you're looking at from the sense, essentially, that they come with the base station 90% assembled. There's just the ramp that you need to connect to it. The vacuum itself is pretty much well protected, very well positioned inside of the box, and you just have to remove a few stoppers, some plastic, and you're ready to go by just plugging it in directly into the wall. Both base stations come with identical experiences. The only difference is that these E25 does come with the obviously the cleaning solution that you have built in that you have to insert between the clean and the dirty water, where the C28 does not have that, and you need to add that manually into the clean water area. But other than that, straightforward. We can jump in directly into the application, customize the experience to our heart's content. So when it comes down to the experience, you're able to download directly the Eufy Clean application, or if you're using the Eufy camera system, which is the way I have it, you're also able to do is add it as the clean tab. So you'll see here the E25 and the C28 are both positioned in there. Both of them will offer you basically a mapping of your home. Once you run the auto map, you're also able to add additional maps. There's customization options in here. You'll be able to go in there from vacuuming, mopping, different cleaning patterns, as well as the ability of going up to 20,000 pascals on the E25 and up to 15,000 pascals with the maximum air experience here on the C28. And you can also do areas, zone, as well as entire home. And of course, you're also able to leverage the AI functionality with the options in there. Now, under the settings section, you'll be able to see the base station configuration, cleaning history, scheduling experience, managing the map, cleaning preference, Eufy Labs for any additional features, unpairing the device, more settings, as well as updating the software. The nice thing is that you're also able to see exactly the pattern of the cleaning process that it does whenever you're running it. This one is a zone experience, which we had an opportunity to do a couple of zone comparison between both the E25 and the C28. And they're both able to provide us a great experience as far as obstacle avoidance, as far as object detection. Although the E25 definitely does take it a little bit here with the better camera experience, up to 200 items of detection, where the C28 using the laser and of course the LiDAR doesn't have as good of a detection, but it does actually use the LiDAR and the laser system to detect objects on the ground up to basically greater or equal or greater to 3 centimeters. And last but not least is the experience overall. You have obviously the larger water tank, the experience that we see in there. I had to run the C28 twice to be able to clean the same area because it did end up missing a couple of pieces, but at the end, both of them performed great. The E25 ran it and did it great from the first time. I wanted to do a quick demonstration for you guys regarding the mopping capabilities of both the E25 and the C28. Both are approaching it in a slightly different way with the vision system that we have in here, being laser over RGB. And of course, the ability of recognizing up to 200 items gives it a little bit of an edge, but I guess we're going to have to see how the performance goes. And as you're looking at it right now, we did basically a ranch and ketchup stain on the ground in the middle, right in front of them. And I used the spot or the zone cleaning capability on both of them. Both of them started at the same point. They basically ran around the perimeter and the cleaning process started right away. I did notice overall that the E25 maybe spent a little bit more time because it was able to recognize and make sure that the roller on the back kept getting cleaned as it's going over the stains. The C28 definitely did a job absolutely great. Both of them were able to clean the floor. Both of them were able to cover the entire area very precisely and gave us a clean experience just as we expected. Again, the price point shouldn't matter. The technology is what matters, and Eufy's bringing it in here with both the C28 and the E25 at great mopping capabilities. So you can go for a little bit more with the better vision system on the E25, or you can go with the C28 and you're not going to be disappointed. So we talked about the fact that we have a LiDAR system here with a line laser guiding system. So we don't have an RGB camera. We don't have some of the upgraded experiences as the E25, but this still brings in a very good value. We're bringing the actual robot just a little bit outside of the actual base station. I'll go ahead and bring it up, put the base station back there. And you can see here, obviously, we've been using it. There's a little bit of debris. There is a cover here that you're able to remove and access the actual dust collection bin that does get emptied out back into the base station every time it goes back. And then from there, that's pretty much it for an overhaul. We have the ability of initiating, starting, and stopping the actual functionality of just running a clean. I'll go ahead and say pause. Now, the one thing you do want to be aware of, obviously, is that the water tank is positioned on the back and there is a release valve you're able to put in to remove it. The system that we have here is an upgraded system from the X10 that we've seen before. From the price point of what you get with the X10, the C28 is bringing in a lot of those features. First and foremost, we don't have a dual mop or a dual pad cleaning system. We have a roller mop on the back that continuously gets soaked or at least cleaned as it's going and cleaning the floor. And it's also able to basically raise up whenever it's going on carpet. So it's very distinguished essentially in the sense of it knows where it's on flat surface or let's say hardwood or even laminate, but it also knows that when it's going over carpet to remove it or basically raise it or bring it into the body so you don't have any issues. We have the dual brushes here positioned on the right and on the left. One thing to mention is that do not extend. The E25 does have one of them that does extend for better, I would say, corner cleaning. But for the most part, these actually do a pretty decent job. And you can see here, it kind of actually does go out quite further out from the system. As far as the actual detangling system, this actually has the upgraded system that we've seen with other more expensive versions of the, I will say, smart vacuums on the market. It's a dual cleaning roller that allows it to actually have a space in between so that no hair gets tangled. So if you basically put it in inside, you'll notice there's actually somewhat of a gap. Once you do that, it spins and pushes all the hair into the center. And then once it actually gets into the center, it goes directly into the suction area here, which is where the vacuum is. And nice thing about this is this can go up to 15,000 pascals of suction power, which is absolutely fantastic. Of course, provides us great for if you have cats, if you have pets. We're going to talk about and do a little bit of demo there as well. The wheels do adjust, so it allows it to actually go over carpet and, of course, on regular areas. Now, once you're done, obviously, you can actually either ask it go home or you can just manually push it back into the base station so that it actually gets to charge itself. And one of the nice things about it is when it's actually cleaning your home, and let's say for any reason it runs out of water when it's mopping, or for any reason, let's say the collection bin is too full, it goes back to the base station mid-cleaning process and, of course, empties out everything into the bag, replenishes the clean water in and empties out back the dirty water into the dirty container, and it lets you go forward. Again, keep in mind the detection system that we have in here is not as advanced as the E25, but it does provide us a good enough of an experience at the price point that this comes in to give you a great experience from doing scheduling, your cleaning when you're home, doing mopping, doing mop and vacuum, of course, zone cleaning, room cleaning, or even an entire home cleaning. And of course, you can customize and have additional maps. The app itself is very customizable, easy to set up and easy to use, and you don't even have to be home. You can set it up, set a schedule, and forget about it. Now we're going to talk about the E25. Now the E25 is somewhat of an upgraded, more premium experience than what you get with the C28. The price is a little bit higher, but there are features here that compensate and provide you that experience. Namely, we have an RGB and an LED system here for up to 200 plus item detection, and I find that it actually does object detection much better in cleaning to closer objects because of the camera system to be a little bit more efficient than the C28. Still does a great job over there, but if you're looking for something a little bit better between the two, the E25 will get you there. Here we have a very much similar experience. We have basically the collection bag sitting here on the top left, very much the way you have it there, except you don't have to remove the water tank. So they've thought about the design here a little bit more. We also have a lighting effect here with a ring that's positioned on the bottom. So let's say I remove the actual clean water. Let's go ahead and bring it up. You'll notice that there's a light that turns between blue and red, similar to the way we have it there, except here you can see it through the container. We have clean water positioned on the front. And of course, we have the dirty water positioned on the back. And the nice thing also about the E25 is that we have a detergent dispensing built into the actual unit itself to automatically add it into the clean water when it's cleaning. And when you don't, obviously when you run out, you can replace it and add it in there. With the C28, you do need to add that manually into the actual clean water container. Of course, when you're done, just basically pick it up, put it in, and you can refill this much easier. Of course, we have a guide here to be able to add the water. Once you have everything put back into the base station and it's ready to go, we got that nice clear color positioned here on the front, and then we're ready to start using our vacuum. So let's start taking a look at the actual robot itself. So if we bring it up in a little bit out here, again, very much similar experience here in the back, a cleaning system. The base station will not only refill the clean water into the water collection tank that's positioned on the back. We also have a cover here that's more translucent. So from a design standpoint, this looks a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. You still have access pretty much to the collection bin here with the air filter built in. And of course, the LiDAR system at the top. We'll actually go ahead and just say, we'll give it a second, just position here. So you are able to pick this up, open it up, take it out, put it back in. And of course, once you're done, put it back onto the actual base station. One of the first things we'll notice is the similarities between the C28 and the E25. Both have the dual brushes, except that the E25 has an extension arm that's positioned here. And that provides us actually better connection, or at least better cleaning at edges or in corners. So if you're looking for a little bit more with, well, more functionality without so much more money. Obviously here that this gets you a little bit better. We still have the dual detangling system here that we have. Again, very much similar experience. It runs two different brushes counterclockwise to each other. The suction experience, or the suction power here, up to 20,000 pascals. And what it does essentially is it funnels the hair through the system, catches them, getting them into the center, and then basically makes sure that there we have zero tangle. So for cat hair or anything like that, as we're going to do with the demo, you're definitely not going to be disappointed. Let's go ahead and put that back in, close it. The camera system here is an RGB system that we have in here with an LED, which allows it to illuminate the areas when it's dark. So where the RGB requires light, this provides its own light in case it has to clean in the dark. The C28, using the system and the laser system that they have, does perform better in low light because it does not require light. The wheels pretty much do the exact same thing. The roller mop is, again, keeps basically cleaning itself, using itself as it's running on the floor, so it's always clean. And then the collection water bin here is at the back. And this is the upgraded collection water bin with the fix that they've done on the E25. If you've ever seen those before, Eufy does listen to their feedback from their customers, and they do make upgrades on their hardware. One thing I'll also mention is that you notice that the water tank is a lot bigger than what we've seen with the C28. So that's another upgrade that you get here when you're talking about large areas to clean. This one will be able to go for much longer because of the container that it has. So it's able to carry a larger amount of dirty water before it goes back to the base station and then replenishes and cleans the system. And when you're done, pretty much just hit the home, or obviously when it's done doing its cleaning, either you set it up through the app, customizations again, zone, room, even a whole house cleaning, multiple map configurations, wireless connectivity, schedule setup, all of that stuff is set up directly within the app, as well as an AI built-in mode to help customize those experiences. And then, of course, we could just put it back, let it go back into the base station, and allow it to charge. And of course, one of the biggest things you want to keep in mind in here, this has an AIC system. That's the upgraded system that we see here with the E25, which definitely, in my opinion, is an upgrade over the C28 system. So if you're looking for better object detection, better close-up cleaning, I feel like the E25 does a little bit better. The C28 does an amazing job where, again, for the price point that it's coming in, but between the two, that's, I feel like, where the E25 shines a little bit more. To summarize the experience between both the E25 and the C28, both of them are very much around the same price point. You are getting a little bit more of a premium experience with the E25, since technically this is one of their flagships from the previous year, and it is continuing to be one of the more affordable options that are providing us more on their premium side features in more of an affordable package. The C28 is known for their, or the C series is known for being for their bang for the buck, basically, type of an experience when it comes to Eufy. Both are leveraging Eufy's ecosystem, which means you can use both of them in the Eufy application. If let's say you use their cameras, you can use both the camera system and the cleaning system within one app. I feel like where the C28 shines over the E25 is essentially from the price point and the experience that you're getting with it is very close. It's upgraded from the X10 experience that we saw last time, where we're getting basically the roller experience as opposed to the mopping pad on the back. We have the dual detangling brushes in the center, dual brushes on the front. Again, at this price point, is also almost hard to find. And of course, the water tank, the cleaning experience, the dirty collection bag in the back end there, very simple. And of course, it goes back and recharges and cleans itself in the middle of the cycle in case it needs to. Where the E25 comes in a little bit better as far as the experience is when it comes to the vision system. Here, we're looking at more of a laser system on the C28, as opposed to what we're looking here to an RGB LED system that does also leverages LiDAR the way we have it on the other system. But better object detection, better cleaning experience when it comes to object detection as well, up to 200 plus items there. Larger water tanks, slightly smaller footprint when it comes to the E25. Also, we have the cleaning detergent that's built in here that allows us to be able to automatically add that into the cleaning solution. Again, a lot of little premium convenient features added in there. Again, the system here, as far as the what they're calling the AIC system, is definitely very nice. Also, a larger water tank container in the back as opposed to what we see with the C28. So for that little bit of more premium price, you're getting definitely more a better experience overall. But if we're looking for the best bang for the buck between the two, I have to give it to the C28. It cleans really good. It uses a system that doesn't really rely on lighting effect, where the E25 needs an LED to get it light in low light experiences. The C28 doesn't need that. It uses a laser, so it, for the most part, just cleans wherever it needs to. When it comes down to the actual mopping system, both have the same system, both have the same detangling system, so you're definitely getting the better experience overall. If you want to pay a little bit more, I feel like the E25 does a great job there. And of course, all of this information that I'm sharing with you guys right now, there'll be information, links in the description. Make sure to go check them out, both the C28 and the E25. And if there is nothing else but to mention the fact that they were both placed in the top 20 smart vacuum wars as far as better performers in 2026 for people to consider to pick up as far as smart vacuums from Eufy. So you are not going to go wrong with either one of them. But I feel like at the end of the day, I'll leave the question up to you. Which one did you feel like was the better choice for you, the C28 or the E25?